The ASWA and SNAPMARE Productions proudly present Saturday Night Slam 2025, featuring the return of Mr. Mike CODY White as he takes on Nomad. Will Colton, Quinn, and Danny JACX, the Fusion Force, rise up to the challenge of the 5th floor? Manson, and Nolan Bates. Can Aaron Black start 2025 off with a victory, or will he fall to the storm that is THUNDERKISS? The mighty Asylum looks to take out his frustrations of losing the ASWA Heavyweight Championship on the fighter for hire, Axel Fury. The main event monster, Madman Fulton, returns home to the ASWA. Will the great Akuma spoil his homecoming? After his stunning return at Winter Reunion, DeVille teams with the Nightmare Nation, HENDRIX, and the Living Nightmare, JIMMIE, as they take on GQ Status, Random Pain, and the Bouncer, the Status Symbols. In our main event, champion versus champion.
You didn't do the woo!
The ASWA Universal Champion goes 1-on-1 with the new ASWA Heavyweight Champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins. Don't miss this thrilling night of Squared Circle action, live February 8th, the Malabar School Gymnasium in Mansfield, Ohio.
I'm going to save it for prosperity.
I was more just talking to, like,
prosperity. I said that wrong as hell.
I was talking to editing Jason, not producer Jason. This is speaking,
no, I'm not going to do that.
This is speaking to future Jason. The future Jason. Kiss my ass.
The ASWA and SNAPMARE Productions proudly present Saturday Night Slam 2025, featuring the return of Mr. Mike CODY White as he takes on Nomad. Will Colton, Quinn, and Danny JACX, the Fusion Force, rise up to the challenge of the 5th floor? Manson, and Nolan Bates. Can Aaron Black start 2025 off with a victory, or will he fall to the storm that is THUNDERKISS?
Are you
the mighty Asylum looks to take out his frustrations of losing the ASWA Heavyweight Championship on the fighter for hire, Axel Fury. The main event monster, Madman Fulton, returns home to the ASWA. Will the great Akuma spoil his homecoming? After his stunning return at Winter Reunion, DeVille teams with the Nightmare Nation, HENDRIX, and the Living Nightmare, JIMMIE, as they take on GQ Status, Random Pain, and the Bouncer, the Status Symbols. In our main event, champion versus champion, the ace Nick Brutal, the ASWA Universal Champion, goes 1-on-1 with the new ASWA Heavyweight Champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins. Don't miss this thrilling night of Squared Circle action, live February 8th, the Malabar School Gymnasium in Mansfield, Ohio.
See, Jason, what? You don't even need music. We don't even need music for the start of this show. Just us. Amen. and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's a Saturday night in Mansfield, and you know what that means. ASWA action in your face. And what better way to start than something that Ryan left a little bit out. The new ASWA heavyweight champion, the Redneck Kid Robbie Collins, kicks us off.
Yes, he does kick us off, and I cannot tell you how disgusted I am to see him have that championship, to hoist that championship when he didn't earn it.
Didn't earn it?
Remember, Napper, who counted the 1, 2, 3? It was not an ASWA sanctioned official.
Yeah. Technicality. He wore the shirt. He was an official.
So you and I should do pinfalls?
Yes.
All right.
Why not?
Congratulations on another title. For those of you who weren't here, Mr. Collins defeated Mr. Asylum to regain the title that he had lost, the ASWA Heavyweight Champion. And because tonight in Leesburg, I'm going to go.
You know, they're almost like Beetlejuice. You say their name 3 times, and they just have to rear their ugly heads. Well, you know, I almost want to take a counter of how many times I've had to hear this song start my day here in the ASWA. It's despicable.
The privilege is all yours, Travis. The privilege is all yours. There's the greatest faction of men that God ever allowed to be assembled.
Then how come only one of them is a champion?
Hey, look at there. GQ Status is back.
Hey, look, our Universal Champion showed up.
He broke Robbie's back.
He also set JJ on fire.
God, those were good times. Like to see somebody set him on fire now.
I don't miss him.
It's got the bad boy Barry Hardy there, Commissioner.
Allegedly, Commissioner.
I talked to him earlier today. He's feeling good.
Is he?
He is. He's feeling good. He's feeling excited. Ready to get this thing back on track.
I wonder what they have to say. Let's take it to the ring. He didn't hold up the sign when he said that. He's got to hold up the sign. Oh, there he did. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, 6-on-1's totally fair.
Fair's overrated. They are some husky gentlemen.
I suppose so, yes.
Yeah, I was respectful. I said husky.
Well, nonetheless, a war of words between champions. But tonight, only one walks away with all the gold. It's champion versus champion here tonight in our main event. Universal versus heavyweight champion. And it's going to be a fight.
That it is. It's going to be a knockdown, drag him out. Hopefully we won't even be able to recognize Robbie Collins after that match.
We'll see whether or not you get your wish, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, we get it. You're the
Question is, will Robbie Collins still be holding that title when all is said and done here tonight? Or will it be Nick Brutal that holds all the gold here in the ASWA? Kick things off with the Nomad. One of the up-and-comers here in the ASWA. Quickly rising through the ranks. Maybe a universal or heavyweight title opportunity in their near future. One will find out. Looking to start off the new year with a win. And by the way, Happy New Year to all of the ASWA fans out there. It is a new year after all, since the last time we saw you all. And we're going to kick things off in this new year with some knockout, drag-out action.
Glad he finally smartened up.
Unfortunately for Nomad, he's not going to get an easy night off. In fact, I think it just got a lot worse for Nomad. The heart and soul of ASWA, who made his valiant return 2 months ago at Winter Reunion, and what a reunion it was.
Valiant return. Valiant return. Valiant return.
So nice you had to say it thrice. You might have actually said it 4 times. I wasn't counting.
That's all right. The rest of this town can't count anyway.
It's hard. I can only count to 4.
That's why GQ didn't hold up the sign, too. They can't multitask.
Nonetheless, JJ DeVille back in ASWA.
What a shame.
And kicking us off.
Popping up like a pimple on prom night. Nobody was clamoring for the return of JJ DeVille.
Says you. Collar and elbow tie up.
Says me. Says me.
Yes.
Says me. Now he creates a conflict for everyone's favorite living nightmare. What an appropriate name, Jimmie Lee.
What are you, a parrot? You're just going to repeat everything I say 3 times? Maybe you're Beetlejuice.
Look, at the end of the day, is JJ DeVille a hell of a competitor? Absolutely he is. He might be the heart and soul of the ASWA. But just like his former partner, Robbie Collins, he's a glory hound. Looky there, he's a glad hander. You know, he could be punching Nomad's punchable face, but instead, because he was too busy glad handing to all these mouth breathers.
So you're saying you want him to punch Nomad's face?
I mean, frankly, it's a punchable face.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Look at that face. Don't you want to punch it?
No, because then he'll punch me back.
All right. Say he couldn't punch you back. Would you punch his face?
Maybe.
All right. Nonetheless.
Big snapmare by JJ DeVille.
Nonetheless, look, nobody was clamoring for the return of JJ DeVille. Nobody.
I was.
What, his dozen of fans? I'm sorry. His dozen of fans.
That sounded like more than a dozen. JJ able to counter, get out of that hold by Nomad.
You've taken psychology classes, Travis. I'm sure you're a college-educated man.
Sort of.
You've seen the monkey see, monkey do effect.
Yes.
You see how when everybody starts cheering, they all start cheering? They don't actually care about JJ DeVille. JJ DeVille's own mother doesn't care about JJ DeVille. Who the hell would care about JJ DeVille? Look at it.
Well, Nomad should care because JJ with a big snapmare almost caught Nomad off guard.
Oh, look at him clapping. Oh, yeah. Yeah, glad hand some more. My God, I'll bet high school was lonely for JJ DeVille because he spends so much time caring what people think.
You done?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm not done until JJ DeVille and Robbie Collins and all these other glad handers are out of the ASWA.
That's going to be a long day. Big shoulder tackle by Nomad. Nomad ducks the clothesline but does not duck the back body drop by JJ.
Nomad seems deceptively powerful. He's kind of short in stature, but he looks like he has some strength about him. I don't know who I'd give the power advantage to. Frankly, both of them probably can't ride most rides at Kings Island.
Or Disney World, or Six Flags, or...
Yeah.
Is Six Flags even still a thing?
I think there's a few.
Maybe? All right.
You know, point being is...
I'm probably dating myself on that one.
Well, at least you didn't say Wyandotte Lake. Remember, that's a way back.
There's a throwback.
Yeah.
Nomad working the leg early on.
Yeah, that's probably smart. You got to get that quick. You know, one thing that JJ DeVille, he's quick like a cat. He is. That's a great analogy I came up with because that's what JJ DeVille is like. He's like that stray cat in the neighborhood. You just can't get to go away. No, I won't feed you, you homely looking thing.
And he's got the little claw marks on his trunks.
Round. And so at the end, so that's kind of what JJ DeVille's like.
Can you do that one more time?
Round.
There you go.
And so that's what JJ DeVille is like.
I have a word for Nomad. Ow. Because that had to hurt. And there's another for good measure.
JJ DeVille, I think, taking a little too much time trying to get a reaction out of these people. People's a strong term.
I think he's just trying to get some feeling back in that leg. Nomad had it worked really good.
Speaking of getting worked really good, you can tell Nomad's looking at the license plate of that truck that just ran him over.
Yes, sirree. And a missile drop kick for good measure.
Yeah, that'll hurt the torso, chest cavity.
Nope.
Look, say what you want about the the morality of that. Desperate times call for desperate measures when you're in a fight, folks.
Here's a pin attempt. Just a 2 count for Nomad. They don't call JJ the heart and soul for nothing. Nomad, big splash. Just a 1 count though.
Mansfield favorite son, Mako Kalen, your official.
You know, he didn't get the usual Mansfield welcome. I don't remember him getting that sort of a welcome today.
Well, Nomad was just he was coming out. I mean,
that's fair.
It was I don't know. It was.
They didn't have a chance to acknowledge Mako.
Yeah, for Mako, it was kill it, be killed, but this is Nomad's time.
JJ able to duck out of the way. Big suplex. JJ sinking it in still.
I was going to say, looks like that grip is still around.
Yes, it is.
Might be going for another German.
Hits the double. Is JJ going to go for the triple? Maybe a little 3 amigos. Nomad able to use those elbows. There's a nifty counter.
Good word. Nifty.
Nifty. Thank you. That was a knee that would be that would make a punter very proud.
Yeah. Somewhere Pat McAfee is smiling.
Drops the leg on that arm. Nomad really just starting to break apart piece by piece the body of JJ DeVille, who has to still be a little bit weathered. I mean, again, he only came back 2 months ago.
Yeah, JJ DeVille looking a little lethargic, a little weathered. Looking like a Russell Wilson ran Pittsburgh offense.
True that. JJ DeVille's got him up. The suplex looked like it was turning into a neck breaker.
I don't know who got the better of that.
Your guess is as good as mine. It looked like Nomad was able to counter it, but it almost did as much damage to him as it did to JJ.
Nomad back to his feet first. Good old-fashioned headlock. Wait a minute. Went for the spinning DDT. And JJ DeVille had that well scouted.
JJ trying to get Mansfield on their feet. Missile drop kick. And JJ finally gets a breather. And this is the side of JJ that becomes dangerous.
Nomad heading in the deep water now.
JJ tried to send Nomad in the corner. Nomad countered.
SNAPMARE. Stiff kick to the spine.
That'll wake up the nerves. JJ working a slow pace again, trying to slow things down a little bit. Nomad, though, using those knees to counter again.
I'm not sure that slow pace is beneficial to JJ. Where he's at his most dangerous is when he can really get that aerial offense going.
I would agree with you. Oh, but here, counter. Falcon Arrow by JJ. And it gets the job done. JJ DeVille.
That Falcon Arrow came out of nowhere.
JJ DeVille starts off 2025 in the win column. Welcome back to the ASWA, JJ DeVille. No doubt on the fast track to a potential Universal Heavyweight Championship opportunity. What will 2025 hold for JJ? We'll find out, but for right now, it starts off pretty good.
Nice showing for Nomad, a young up-and-comer in the ASWA. Gave JJ all he could handle. Nothing wrong there. So we shall see what 2025 holds for one JJ DeVille as he again tries to make friends with the unwashed masses.
Not some of them are washed. I can tell.
Yeah, 1 out of every 15.
That still counts.
That's only because it was nickel night at the YMCA.
Let's just send it back to Ryan. Good grief.
And look, the whole gang's here this evening. Everybody after the team meeting is here at Mansfield because it's time to get things back on the right track. There is no denying, Mr. Napper, that lately things have not gone this set of symbols way. Now we can debate on if that's a good or bad thing. It's depending on what your persuasion is. Fine.
I know my answer. Sorry, continue. Actually, you know what? Hold that thought, because THUNDERKISS has arrived!
Yay. God knows I love THUNDERKISS. Now, who am I kidding? I hate THUNDERKISS.
You hate everybody.
No, I really hate THUNDERKISS. Little extra.
More than JJ?
He's
More than Robbie.
it's right in the same conversation.
Okay. I'm curious where he ranks. And there he is, Bruiser Braxton THUNDERKISS. In all his iconic glory.
I hate this guy.
You mean you're not looking for a little kiss of thunder?
No, I'm not actually. No, I'm not. Not now. Not ever.
That's too bad.
Is it? Is it really?
Well, you know, I don't know. For THUNDERKISS it is.
With the HENDRIX. Yeah, like I give.
And for, you know, Aaron Black it probably is.
I don't give a rat's furry keister about what's good or bad for THUNDERKISS. You know that flu going around? He can catch it.
You're such a downer.
He can catch it.
It's a big league cowboy hat. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who could hate that?
I know. But I feel like I've seen it before.
The cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was here 2 months ago, so yeah.
Yeah. I had to block that out. It only took a whole fifth.
Tried to go for a collar elbow type to start this thing off. Aaron Black says, nah. I've got other things on my mind.
Well, he's a doctor, for God's sake.
That's how I was going to introduce him as everybody's favorite doctor / lawyer / associate / I forget his other titles.
They are numerous. That business card is real long.
Yes. He's the only man in history to have 2 business cards for one person.
Yeah. It's so big it comes with a suitcase and a shoulder strap.
Little test of strength, a little flexibility test, really.
Yep. You know, THUNDERKISS has got to test those pythons.
Yep. Drops Black onto the mat with a headlock. Tries to go for a cover.
Aaron Black flat out powered out, really.
He really did.
A little lariat.
Scoop slam by the big man. And a knee for a good measure. THUNDERKISS again goes for the pin.
Look at the Fu Manchu on THUNDERKISS. That thing is just...
It's chewing.
Yes, it is, Jim.
THUNDERKISS says we're going around the world. THUNDERKISS taking a little second to hear it from Mansfield's faithful. You like that one? Did you like that one?
I hate everything to do with Mansfield's favorite.
Oh.
I hate Mansfield. Hate THUNDERKISS. I like Aaron Black, though. He's a big leaguer.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he's a status symbol.
Oh.
He's not a turncoat like Axel Fury.
I just thought because he had a lot of jobs. You know, you got to have a lot of jobs in this economy.
By God, he does work hard.
I know, right?
And right now, he's working hard on the big Thunder Jewels.
Couple right-handers. Braxton able to counter. But Braxton with a couple right hands of his own. Now both men just trading blows. See the pain etched on the face already of Bruiser Braxton. A couple stiff shots by Aaron Black. And there's the status symbol special.
It lives on in immortality.
It does.
Aaron Black.
So do those knee shots.
Aaron Black like a one-man wolf pack over here. THUNDERKISS shows some heart, quote unquote. Frankly, he could give out and I wouldn't be too brokenhearted.
Dang.
Didn't say I wish it, I said I'd be indifferent.
Drops Aaron Black with an elbow. Tried to go for a big boot, but Aaron Black countered. Now Black working on that leg, trying to take out the base of the big man.
He couldn't quite channel that mega power he has.
Almost a half Boston Crab. Bruiser Braxton grabs the rope.
Yeah, using that hand, that's where the power lies.
Yep.
Little bow and arrow there.
Aaron Black with a little bit of a pose off.
Got a feeling that Aaron Black, he stands up next to mountains and could chop it down on the edge of his hand.
Well, he just met a mountain of a boot to his face. So, I don't know about all the chopping. Clothesline by THUNDERKISS. Adds a second one. Goes for the pin. Just a 2 count. Black able to kick out. It's been a really back and forth moment. Neither one really getting an advantage here as Aaron Black counters and starts to rain down right hands onto THUNDERKISS.
And it is. It has been a back and forth affair. Very, very close.
Oh, speaking of.
Both men had the same idea. And I can't believe that because I know Aaron Black is much smarter than THUNDERKISS.
Are you sure about that?
I am. Have you seen what THUNDERKISS looks like? That's a choice.
Okay. I mean.
That's a choice.
Hey, to each their own. And now.
To each their big yellow and tan on.
With THUNDERKISS firing up.
Hulking up, if you will.
Right hand after right hand sends Aaron Black into the ropes. Big boot. And here it comes. Leg drop. That's got to be it.
I hate
THUNDERKISS
THUNDERKISS.
gets the victory.
I hate it.
I know you do.
Suckage. Hey, Santa Simmons, could we come beat him down? That would be great.
No.
Why? You want to watch him pose?
Yeah. Why not?
Those original, never before seen poses?
I mean, nobody said they were original.
Are you feeling the mania, brother?
I feel something.
God, this sucks. I hate it.
Tell me how you really feel.
Hate it. That's how I really feel. Thank God that's over.
Well, from mortal to immoral, the psychotics of the ASWA, and I'm only saying that because they're 10 feet away.
Frankly, they're crazy enough that I don't know if they know it's immoral.
I don't think they care.
Checkmate gin and Yahtzee, my friend. Yeah.
The 5th floor, MANSON Crane and Nolan Bates, ASWA's resident patients, if you will.
Wherever the 5th floor is, it's a few fries short of a half a meal.
That's an elevator ride I don't want to take. And I take a lot. Well, that was just rude. He just ripped up a sign.
I hope it was a THUNDERKISS fan.
See, and you told me they didn't exist. There it is. There's the reaction I needed. I want us to find a city where he actually gets cheered. That's what I want. For Mako Kalen in 2025, we need to go somewhere he gets cheered. The Dark Angel and Colton Quinn, Fusion Force.
You talk about strange bedfellows. Here we are. And back to that Mako Kalen getting cheered. You know we're hitting the road in March.
That is true.
Maybe.
It's a hard maybe.
Colton Quinn, Mr. All Go, no quit, never give up. He shows up, he shows out. I wish he quit showing up.
More than Thunderkiss?
No. No.
So there is a line. Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
But I'm not a big fan of Colton Quinn. I don't have a thought on Danny JACX other than she scares me, but
okay. That's a valid thought.
It's a fair statement.
It's a valid thought.
I think she's a bad pick of mentors because, well, the living nightmare, that's really what it is. To be his friend and mentor is a nightmare. That's why he's got that name. I get it now. Huh.
Well, his current friend is his tag team partner, and by the way, they're tag team champions.
Give it time. He's fickle.
We will see those tag team champions in action later on tonight.
It's like a stray dog. He'll find somebody new.
Well, in this case, Danny JACX has found Colton Quinn because for the longest time, Danny JACX and the Fifth Floor, well, let's just say they haven't got along. It has been a long, arduous journey. We went from kidnappings to being chained up at ringside to, you know, I wish I could be saying I'm making this stuff up, but it actually happened. Danny JACX got abducted by the Fifth Floor. That actually happened.
Yeah, that did actually happen. For the longest time, as one Billy Joel would say.
Yeah.
But look at the new gear on Danny JACX and Colton Quinn here. You can tell they've put some thought and time into being a tag team here. Fusion Force.
Some big league gear.
I'm really upset that I'm forced to watch it, but
Of course you are.
well, look at Colton Quinn's hair, for God's sake.
I think you're just a little bit scared of the fact that Fifth Floor is out here and in proximity to us to where we could become the next victim.
Well, sure, but frankly, I think I'd rather be the next victim compared to watching Fusion Force.
Give it time, give it time. You might change your mind.
We'll see.
Right now, Nolan Bates with a headlock on Colton Quinn. And this is how you slow Colton Quinn down. Colton Quinn usually a fast-paced, no-breaks kind of athlete here in the ASWA.
A former Charlie Fulton Memorial Battle Royal winner is Colton Quinn. He also, in his spare time, he makes action figures.
Does he now?
He does.
Very nice.
So
multi-talented.
Yeah. From what I understand, he makes them and plays with himself.
You know what? Like I said, to each their own.
Yep.
Right now, Colton Quinn has got the upper hand on the Fifth Floor.
I wonder if the Fifth Floor ever plays with action figures. They seem like Lego guys.
Yeah, sure.
Big Titanic.
I don't think you want to play with the same action figures they play with.
How's that for an action figure collection there, Colton?
Manson Crane with a chin lock.
Of course, if he shows Danny JACX that collection, she'll turn him into voodoo dolls.
That's kind of where I was going with the Fifth Floor, but yeah, you're probably right. By the way, Manson Crane just bit Colton Quinn, so we've gotten the biting portion out of the match. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's probably going to come back up.
I was going to say, that's just the first appetizer. So, you know.
You still got the main course.
I've never had just one mozzarella stick.
Just
a
nibble. Just a nibble.
Just that little nibble. Can I have some of that potato skin? What, not a potato skin guy?
You know, Skin and Manson Crane and Nolan Bates, the mind can go dark places.
That's fair.
So, just throwing it out there. Anyway.
Trying to figure out what this little bandana deal is on Colton Quinn's neck. If I was Manson Crane, because he has a little psychotic, but he's also insane, I'd grab him by it and try to throw him around the ring.
I'm sure that thought will have crossed his mind at some point. And just like that, a little tag team coercion. Nolan Bates basically got a chokehold on Colton Quinn, and Danny JACX trying to get her hands on Manson Crane. Meanwhile, Colton Quinn still being choked out in the corner. I think he's out.
Well, if he's not, he's about to be. Oh.
Manson Crane drops Colton Quinn with his sister Abigail.
At this point, Manson Crane looks like he's just playing with his food.
Well, we did talk about the nibbling part, so that kind of tracks.
Fair.
Manson Crane sending Colton right into the corner, but he sent him into his own corner.
That is one big... that tells you the kind of confidence that Manson Crane has facing Danny JACX, where he literally is pretty much begging Colton Quinn to tag in Danny JACX.
JACX makes the tag, and Manson Crane may have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew. Danny JACX beating a long time coming.
Yes, remember, it was Manson Crane that abducted Danny JACX, and we assume kept her locked away for the better part of a year.
Yep. At one point, brought her out on a chain and chained her to the ring post. I mean, no doubt about it. These guys are sick individuals.
They are, but they're also very intelligent. That's what makes them dangerous.
And very frightening.
I do admire the beard game, though.
Fair. Danny JACX just stomping on the head of Manson Crane.
Nolan Bates waved high, got a smack for good measure.
And he's smiling about it.
I was going to say, it's almost like he saw a dog, for God's sake. It's weird.
I think he's wanting another one.
Danny JACX may be making a mistake here, because with every second Manson Crane is recovering, pokes her right in the eye, it appears.
And Manson Crane just mocking Colton Quinn while he does it.
Danny JACX let her emotions get the better of her there, I think. She took her eye off the proverbial ball in Manson Crane, and it cost her.
I'd have to agree. And now, the fifth floor. Some Danny chants here in Mansfield, but right now the fifth floor, double suplex.
And the fifth floor just might have taken her to the basement.
JACX, though, plenty of fight, still able to kick out. Gotta make a tag at some point, you'd imagine.
Yeah, Danny JACX hasn't been in there for a lengthy amount of time, but she's taken a lot of punishment.
And it's only going to get worse now. Nolan Bates and Manson Crane very good at cutting off the ring.
Say what you will, folks, you might not like it, but they are a much more experienced tag team than Fusion Force. There's just no doubt about that.
Couple tag team opportunities between them, but you're definitely right. Nolan Bates and Manson Crane have been in the tag team business for just a little bit longer.
And they seem to understand each other on a wavelength that nobody else in this entire company does.
That's a wavelength I don't want to be on.
I'm not even sure it's possible, my man.
But this is where they're at their best. Taking their time, just taunting and teasing and picking apart. You see Danny Jax tried to go after the leg of Nolan Bates, but Manson Crane, Mako Kalen had his back turned. He just came in and just stomped on Danny.
Not to be morbid here, folks, but I can't think of any other way to put it. Well, never mind about that. Danny Jax, just when it looked like she was getting absolutely dissected, springs forth to life with a big clothesline, but is it just delaying the inevitable?
It's a very good question. Both are pretty close to their corners. Nolan Bates, instead of going for the tag, prevents Jax from making one of her own.
That's a smart, better move, like it or not.
Yep. Bates definitely the more fresh competitor. Look, if you can see it, Danny Jax can barely stand. What does Bates have planned? Scoop slam, drops Jax down hard. It looks like Bates is going to go up top. You don't see these two gentlemen do that very often. When they do, it's with bad intentions, but Jax able to roll out of the way, and Jax has got to make a tag now. Colton Quinn trying to will Jax to the corner. Jax makes the tag. Bates not able to do the same, and now here comes Colton Quinn. Ducks out of the way. Couple of right-handers.
Little flip-flopping flights covering up.
Was going to go for an elbow instead. Stomped on the foot. And Colton Quinn, the Energizer Bunny here of the ASWA, is on fire. And Nolan Bates is in a bad way right now. Colton Quinn just staring him down. Unique offense from Colton Quinn, but he's got to make the cover. I think he did a little bit too much damage to himself.
Now Danny Jax might be being more of a hindrance than a help.
Oh, and Manson Crane has a chair and slaps it over the back of Colton Quinn, but Mako Kalen's back is turned. And Manson Crane and Nolan Bates get the victory. Danny Jax had Mako Kalen distracted.
And again, her emotions, and this might be the theme of the match, Travis, got the better of her.
It's hard to disagree.
If only she had any kind of a mentor.
The fifth floor outsmarts Danny Jax and has a parting gift for her as well.
Yes, I believe they just let the little birdie fly.
Caw. Well, not the outcome that Fusion Force was hoping for, but I have to imagine that will not be the last time that we see Fusion Force in the fifth floor go at it here in the ASWA, especially in 2025.
A little advice there, Fusion Force, there, Double F. A little less time on fancy gear and a little more time on communication. Tough break for Fafa.
That's not Asylum. Oh, wait, that's an Asylum.
Honey, I shrunk the Asylum.
You know, there's some irony there. The Asylum just came out after the 5th floor. There's your resident joke of the day. What is not a joke, though, is Asylum.
Resident Asylum 5th floor. I like it.
I'm rolling here. I'm rolling. Your former, and I just want to say that just to watch your blood vessels pop, former heavyweight champion of the ASWA.
No, you mean your rightful champion of the ASWA. He was not counted 1, 2, 3 by an official. He was counted 1, 2, 3 by an Oompa Loompa named JJ DeVille.
Okay. Question, who's got the belt?
If you steal property, does that really make it yours?
I mean, it depends.
Oh, if it isn't the biggest turncoat since Benedict Arnold.
That's not very hardy.
No, it's Axel Sellout Fury.
I don't think that's what his name is, but okay.
Well,
no, in fact, it's the fighter for hire, Axel Fury.
There it is. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And look at these fans bowing down to Rampage. Show some respect to Rampage. But you know what? You're right. It's the fighter for hire. The man has the moral compass of a squirrel. He also happens to have a brain of a squirrel. He also happens to have the intelligence of a squirrel. But you're right. I'm wrong. I should have known better. He's the fighter for hire. All you got to do is slip him $10 and he'll go get another wife beater and leave a stable.
I mean, if you slip me $10, I'll do the same thing. Actually, make it $5.
$10 won't cut it in these prices, Travis.
You're right. I should shoot for hire. I'm sorry.
It's going to need 15.
Axel trying to go for a suplex, German suplex off the bat. Can't quite get the big man up. Asylum able to power out. You know, I joked with you earlier, but at the end of the day, Asylum is the one status symbol where I have never had a bad thing to say, quite simply because he scares me.
You know, Axel Fury is to the status symbols what Taylor Swift is to country music. She was there at one point, but nobody remembers anymore.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? She did. She used to be a country singer.
I know. I
remember her song was The Slimmest Screen Doors. Well, he used to be relevant, and then he made a bonehead decision.
Well, for Axel Fury, I'm sure he doesn't see it that way.
Well,
in fact, it looks to be relevant here as he tries to take down Asylum, which would be a big notch in his belt to start 2025. And the Fighter for Hire is starting out with a Fury. Yeah, I said it.
tip your waitresses.
I'll be here all week. Actually, all day.
And I know that the Fighter for Hire may not see it that way, but he needs a new eye doctor.
I think he just needs a new dentist because he just ate an elbow from Asylum.
You got to admit, Travis, this is not an opportune time to face the Asylum, the mighty Asylum. Because think about it, by hook or by crook, he's no longer the ASWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Correct.
So you have to think he has got to be one pissed off hombre.
Yep.
And is wanting to send a message to try and get back into the #1 contendership.
I said he scares me, and that's exactly why. A big train coming. Asylum with a big splash into the corner. And you're absolutely right. That's exactly why I say that I'm terrified of Asylum. And there's a big reason why, and that's one of the reasons is Asylum right now is probably the most dangerous man in the ASWA because there is nothing more frightening than a ticked-off Asylum.
Axel Fury able to pull the wool there, if you will.
He's lining up Asylum. Drops the double axe handle. Starting to take things outside and take him for a ride. A couple of bounces off of the announce table. Couple off the apron.
Fury breaks the count.
And Asylum takes Axel Fury and breaks his face off the ring post.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Asylum now breaking the count, so referee Tim Forrest going to start over. And now Asylum trying to beat Axel Fury from pillar to post.
Post, fence, ring. I don't think it matters where he is. Asylum is going to beat anybody, anywhere, anytime, and any way he damn well pleases.
Mansfield, Status Towers, Toledo, wherever it may be, he's ready to go.
And I think after that, Axel Fury might be ready to go too. Big back body drop onto that apron.
You got to remember, folks, it's the hardest part of the ring. Nothing hurts worse.
Except maybe a second time. That might hurt.
You know, you might say, well, there's a lot of give there. No, there's not.
Nope.
Under that very soft padding, very, very thin padding, is nothing but hard plywood, folks.
Yep.
It is nothing but hurt.
Asylum says we're going for a triple.
And he's not talking about the one Dave Thomas sells.
But again, you talked about it. Asylum has to be fuming right now, and it shows. He is just enjoying and savoring every second of beating down Axel Fury. And, you know, your thoughts on Axel Fury aside, the thoughts, as Asylum goes for a pin, the thoughts of the status symbols is, if you're Asylum right now, is let's take out a thorn in the status symbol side right now. And who better to do that than Asylum right now?
Look, I got to agree with you, and you don't know if he's more focused on Axel Fury. You don't know if he's visualizing Robbie Collins. There's so many emotions that I'm sure Asylum is wrestling with. Because, say what you will, these two were stablemates for a long time. They were the two young lions of the status symbols, and so there's emotions there. And then, of course, the controversial way that Robbie Collins regained the championship, there's emotions there. And so Axel Fury very well may have just drawn the short straw, if you will, to face Asylum on this night. And speaking of drawing the short straw, my goodness, he's getting worked over.
And let's go back even further, actually. This match happened a couple of years ago to decide the fate of who stayed and who went in the status symbols.
You're right. There's so much history there. You know they've spent many a time sparring with each other, working in the ring.
And Axel Fury, by the way, was the loser of that match. Later was kicked out of the status symbols. He did make it back in. But I'm sure for Axel Fury, that match in itself has to be weighing on him and has to be something he's looking to get retribution for, able to kick out at 2 there. Asylum, though, with a no way other way to put it, a lazy cover. And he paid for it. Asylum tried to go for an elbow drop instead. Axel Fury starting to fire up all of a sudden. Ducks out of the clothesline, ducks another. Bicycle kick to the chest. And Axel Fury has kicked it into another gear. Oh, but look at this.
Universal Champion Nick Brutal.
And referee Tim Porras doesn't even see it. Oh, and Asylum catches Brutal. And Axel Fury gets the win. And that's gotta sting for Asylum. Axel Fury has been dying to get one over on the status symbols, and not only did he win the match, but he just caused some miscommunication between Asylum and our Universal Champion Nick Brutal. That is not going to sit well with Random Pain, I can assure you, and it doesn't look like it's going to sit well with Asylum either. Asylum muscling up to Nick Brutal. Keep in mind, not too long ago, these two faced off in a champion versus champion match a couple of months ago, and we started to wonder if the tempers were flaring then. I can see them flaring now. But Random Pain, as always, the diplomat of the status symbols. Cooler heads may prevail, but if you're Asylum, you got to have a reasonable gripe. You didn't necessarily need Nick Brutal to come out here. At least in his mind. Could we be seeing cracks in the status symbol foundation? And keep in mind, Nick Brutal still has a match tonight where he defends that Universal Championship. Well, you can raise his hand all you want, Random Pain, but he was the loser in this match.
No, you mean the uncrowned winner.
Sure. If you want to live in fantasy land, sure.
Well, Random Pain has got work to do between Nick Brutal and the mighty Asylum.
The ASWA and SNAPMARE Productions proudly present Saturday Night Slam 2025, featuring the return of Mr. Mike Cody White as he takes on Nomad. Will Colton, Quinn, and DANI, the Fusion Force, rise up to the challenge of the fifth floor, Manson Crane and Nolan Bates? Can Aaron Black start 2025 off with a victory, or will he fall to the storm that is Thunderkiss? The mighty Asylum looks to take out his frustrations of losing the ASWA Heavyweight Championship on the fighter for hire, Axel Fury. The main event monster, Madman Fulton, returns home to the ASWA. Will the great Akuma spoil his homecoming? After his stunning return at Winter Reunion, DeVille teams with the Nightmare Nation, Kenny Hendrix, and the Living Nightmare, Jimmie as they take on GQ Status, Random Pain, and the Bouncer, the Status Symbols. In our main event, champion versus champion, the ace Nick Brutal, the ASWA Universal Champion, goes 1 one-on-one with the new ASWA Heavyweight Champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins. Don't miss this thrilling night of Squared Circle action, live February 8th, the Malabar School Gymnasium in Mansfield, Ohio.
What did he say? You wanted to do the honors?
Oh, it is an absolute honor. There is the greatest faction in ASWA history. Look at him there. Look, that's called being a winner. Look, that's a big league. It's a big league shirt GQ's got on, ain't it?
Yeah.
These status symbols.
I think he's trying to outdo you.
Well, often imitated, never duplicated, my boy.
I actually wish people could see this right now and see the way that you look right now.
I look great.
I'm not saying you don't. That's why I want people to look at
You
it.
look great too.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you who looks even better than both of us.
Oh, God.
Random pain in the status symbols.
No, I think we look better.
Well, gotta be humble, young man. I'll have you know I own one of those jerseys.
I know you do, because you wore it one time.
I'll wear it again, I'm sure.
I'm sure you will.
And look at these fans bowing down.
Suddenly, I don't like Mansfield.
I've been trying to tell you for 4 years. Place sucks.
I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a dream, it's a nightmare. The Nightmare Nation set to do battle here against the status symbols. And there at the crux is the leader of the nation, the living nightmare, Jimmie Lee.
Somebody really should get that blood checked out. I mean, that's...
You know, that's the one time I think you and I agree. Also, DeVille doing a little double duty here tonight.
DeVille is like diarrhea. You don't ever want it, and you especially don't want it twice.
Well, that's just egregious.
No, I'll tell you what's egregious.
What?
The fact that these Mansfield mouth breathers have been fooled into thinking the living nightmare is somebody we should cheer and admire and honor. When, before you know,
I cheer him.
He'll just tuck tail and run and go to the basement for another year.
I think it's called Necropolis.
Look, if I can't pronounce it, I don't say it or eat it.
Fair enough. Jimmie Lee, Kenny Hendrix, and DeVille set to go one-on-one with the status symbols in what has been a year-long, 4-year-long really, feud amongst these 6 individuals.
It's really kind of the Hatfields and McCoys. You know, it started out with 2 patriarchs, and that's what it's really all about. It's really between Random Pain and the Living Nightmare. There's a lot of other moving parts, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it all sits the way it sits because those 2 can't stand each other.
You're right about that.
And so they'll do anything to spite one another.
Yeah, you're right about that too.
Bouncer's right. It is his job. Got to get rid of that chain.
Yeah, I mean, he's right.
That's fair. Maybe he could have been a little kinder about it, but it is true.
Yes. See, especially to Mako. I mean, of all the people to yell at, you yelling at Mansfield's favorite son.
Yeah. Everybody's hitting him, so why not you too? I'm going to start calling him the punching bag. Because he's taking more hits than a team in the transfer portal.
Well, he was about to take a chain to the face.
Conspicuous by their absence. One Kid Collins and one Nick Brutal.
It's very true. Although Nick Brutal does have a match later on, we still have our main event, champion versus champion, heavyweight champ versus universal champ, set to take place.
And I'm sure that Kid Collins just couldn't find his way out of the woods.
Maybe he's prepping Robbie for the championship match. I don't know.
It looks like he's prepping for a hunt.
That's a hunt that he's probably gonna finish. I don't know if I want to be on the other end of that hunt.
Brandon Payne getting a feel of those tag titles. You saw him go over there and pet him like a big chia leopard, or I don't know what that was, but. Jimmie Lee working on the calisthenics.
Just doing a little rope testing.
I was here when it got set up earlier this afternoon. I thought it was pretty well fastened away.
You know, a little extra check never hurt anybody.
Yeah, you don't want to be running the ropes, and the next thing you know, one of those babies pops like a button.
See?
And then we're flying around like lotto balls. You know when they put lotto balls in the
Yeah. No, I got it.
All right, just checking. Just checking.
Well, this match looks like it may start finally because the status symbols finally decided to get in the ring.
Yep.
And look at that, it already breaks down.
Notice how Nightmare Nation wouldn't even shake the status symbol's hand. I'll tell you.
Never shake the hand of a snake that can bite you.
That's all right, yeah. The Nightmare Nation, they're good boys. Everything they steal, they bring home to their mothers.
Yeah. JJ DeVille. Looks like he's got something planned, but he psychs out the status symbols.
Got me too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you got me too.
He owes me a new pair of pants.
Kenny Hendricks seemingly cutting off the status symbols.
Is he allowed to just stand there like that?
I mean, has the match started yet?
I feel like it should have when we were going fist to cut.
JJ DeVille goes flying. Well, if it hasn't started yet, it's about to. JJ DeVille. You know, for his sake, I'm glad that Jimmie Lee thought better of that. But at the same time, I was really concerned he was going to try that.
Give it time.
Oh, I'm sure he will. But this match has already gotten off to a chaotic start. Let's not just completely throw things off the rails yet.
And the bell is officially run.
And right now, it looks like Jimmie Lee's trying to ring the bell of GQ. Got a tight headlock cinched in.
Got to give Jimmie Lee the power advantage.
GQ able to counter. Turns it into a leg lock.
You know, GQ, for all his flash and for all his antagonizing of these so-called people at Mansfield, he can go with the best of them, folks. He is not to be taken lightly.
A veteran here in the ASWA, no doubt. A little fair play from Jimmie Lee. Locks in a leg lock of his own.
Really interesting move by Jimmie Lee to have his fiance out here. I think that's a dangerous move, if I'm being honest.
Well, we saw what happened the last time that took place.
Well, she shouldn't have been standing there. Get out of the damn way.
That's just egregious.
That's just truthful.
Got a surfboard stretch by the look of it from Jimmie Lee.
And it is stretching out GQ. Look at that vein popping.
GQ able to break the hold, grab the ropes, rope break.
Stretching him out like a comfy pair of underwear. Look, folks, we've all got our favorite pair of skibbies.
Oh! Dropped him right on his back.
Yeah, that's the model citizens of Nightmare Nation. Hey, JJ and Kenny, I got news. You're not tagged in the match. Just stand there.
Well, to be fair, I think he tried to pick the fight first.
We don't know what he said. Are you assuming now?
I'm assuming he didn't know where he was.
No, that would be hearsay. That wouldn't fly in court. Let's stop that.
Can we say it's fact now? Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know where he is now.
I'm sure he could give you the vicinity, maybe the zip code. The glad-hander of all glad-handers, the living nightmare.
Oof.
The insufferable. Somebody with a blood problem. I mean, honest to God, get that checked out, man.
It's all over the mouth. It's not very sanitary.
I'll tell you what, COVID must have been hell for the living nightmare.
It's very true.
Every mask a crimson color. What are you spewing up?
Kenny makes the tag, Bouncer makes the tag, and we got fresh competitors.
Power versus power right here. Kenny Hendrix looks like he is made out of granite as the Bouncer brings in the monkey with the big nuts, Random Pain. That's what his shirt says.
I know it is. So wait, if he's made out of granite, what's the Bouncer made out of?
Fudge.
That's not very nice.
I'm not saying it's not strong, very good. Look, why is that insulting? Fudge is delicious.
Are you saying that the Bouncer is delicious?
I have it on good authority. He is.
Okay. Glad I asked.
I've had many a conversation with his wife, and I hear he is just delightful. So.
That, on the other hand, was not. Bouncer lighting up the chest of Kenny. Couple axe handles for good measure.
Yeah.
Bouncer makes the tag. GQ coming in. And a stiff shot to the midsection. Right now, Kenny's in a position we don't normally see him in. At the mercy of the status symbols.
Kenny Hendrix looking like Ryan Day the last week of November. I mean, just getting shocked. You can just tell.
Random Pain.
Now planting his proverbial flag on Kenny Hendrix.
Cutting off the oxygen and, look at that.
Sorry, that was in my eye. What'd you see?
Oh, you know, stuff.
Oh, you know. Kenny Hendrix getting his hind end kicked by the status symbols. Not your fault, Kenny. You just got to learn to say no to Jimmy once in a while, and then you wouldn't be getting beat from pillar to post. See what happens when you're too kind, Kenny Hendrix? You big goof.
Bouncer with a shoulder grab.
Yeah, that good old-fashioned nerve hold. It might not look very fancy, folks, but let me tell you what, as many of our grandfathers would say, it hurts like the dickens.
Did you ever have a grandfather that just could do that? Oh, man.
You gotta be kidding me. Yeah.
My grandfather was good at that. Really good at that.
Kenny Hendrix trying to power out.
Couple stiff shots to the midsection. Bouncer, though, barrels towards the big man and sends him flat with Matt.
Right back to that nerve hold. Now he said make it a double.
I'll have a double.
Yeah, I need a double having to be here in Mansfield. It smells like mildew in here, for God's sake.
Well, it did rain earlier.
Well, that one lady's covered in mothballs, for God's sake. Got to be 104. Thought I was looking at Jimmy Carter for a second.
And Kenny Hendrix desperately needs to make a tag, but right now, the status symbol's completely cutting off the side of the ring.
And look, you can see Random Pain talking trash to Kenny Hendrix as he chokes him out, teach him a little lesson. And now he's wiping sweat on Mako Kalen. Hey,
That's not very nice.
frankly, make okay when you take off that rep shirt, put it on eBay. That baby will sell like hotcakes. Hotcakes. I could go for some hotcakes, truth be told. And that is a big-time chop echoed throughout the Malabar School Gymnasium.
I think that chest is feeling like a hot cake right about now.
And everybody here at Malabar is witnessing Kenny Hendrix get assaulted.
Sound like Kenny got hit with a frying pan. Mansfield trying to will on Kenny Hendrix. Can the Hurricane break out of the corner? You see the Living Nightmare trying to do something about it, get to his tag team partner.
Probably something illegal. Probably paying off the official.
No, that wouldn't happen here. That only happens in Kansas City.
Yes, well, maybe we should start calling the Living Nightmare Jimmie Lee, nickname Pat. Perhaps Andy Travis.
No, that's my name.
I guess does that make JJ or Kenny Taylor?
I don't know if I want the answer to that question because I'm afraid.
Well, all I know
What do you know?
is here comes the Bill Belichick of the ASWA Random Pain. Master strategist.
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
And if you've seen Bill's girlfriend, you know he's still got a master strategy.
Yeah, you're on to something there.
Yep. Tagging in the bouncer is GQ status, so we go back to power versus power.
And still, Kenny Hendrix unable to make a tag, desperate to do so.
Absolutely. Getting put over like a rag doll. JJ DeVille cheering on the bouncer because he realizes he's on the wrong team. I can't blame him.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh, and Kenny makes a tag. Jimmie Lee starting to fire up.
And
Sends shoulder after shoulder.
okay.
That was unique.
Yeah. Well,
And that was a Mack truck.
the bouncer. His facial expressions tell stories. That's all I can say, folks.
To be honest, they tell novels.
Yeah. It's ironic that he's such a Michael Myers fan because his face never changes, but the bouncer's changes all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I got a point there, don't I? You didn't think about that.
That was good. That was really good.
You know, you've seen Michael on the best and worst day of his life. It's the same emotion.
Bouncer? He's got about 5 or 10.
It looks like Jimmie Lee trying to go a little old school.
Drops the elbow and back to Dream Street we go for the bouncer. Jimmie Lee tried to go for the pin, only a 1 count.
Say what you will about the status symbols, but there's a reason specifically, and this is not a knock on the rest of them, but there's a reason that specifically Random Pain and the Bouncer have dominated the tag division for so long here in the ASWA.
Yep.
So say what you will about the Bouncer and Random Pain, but they have tenacity.
Speaking of tenacity, the Heart and Soul has just tagged his way into this match. JJ DeVille, a hip attack to the back of the neck. And JJ DeVille, you would have never guessed that he wrestled a match earlier on tonight. Jimmie Lee, or JJ DeVille.
JJ DeVille was flat high stepping there for a second.
He was high stepping.
What is, oh man.
Looked like he almost had a stanky leg going on there.
I mean, he's doing a jitterbug and looking like he's ready for the big game tomorrow night. I don't know if he's a Chiefs or an Eagles fan, but holy Moses.
That'll stop your momentum in a heartbeat. Back of the neck, double axe handle. You look at the bottom of your screen, Nomad is seemingly stuck his way out here.
Whose side? What is he seeing and whose side is he on?
Right now, all chaos is broken loose in the middle of the ring. Right now, Random Pain and JJ DeVille, the only two in the ring.
And Nomad, I don't know if he's just trying to learn or.
Well, keep in mind, Nomad and JJ DeVille had the match earlier on tonight. Could be that Nomad
coming back for seconds.
Well, the bell rang, so officially I think this match is over. But I don't think you can tell JJ DeVille that. I think he's looking for a pound of flesh.
And frankly, you can't tell Kenny Hendricks that. He's working on GQ status. And Jimmie Lee and Random Pain just a chair to the back of Jimmie Lee, and they are, and stop me if you've heard it before, but Jimmie Lee and Random Pain are going at it.
And look in the center of the ring what we have now. JJ DeVille tried to get Nomad on his shoulders. Nomad DDT and runs out of the ring. Again, I think this match has been thrown out, but I could be wrong.
Is Nomad a status symbol? Is that?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe just a little bit of retribution for what happened earlier on.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Bouncer going for the pin attempt. Maybe this match is still on. Mako makes the count, and the status symbols with a little assist from the Nomad gets the W. What a strange turn of events.
I must have missed this team meeting because I didn't get any of this.
Which is saying something for you. Nonetheless, I think maybe a little retribution from earlier on. Nomad giving a little assist to the status symbols. Whether I think they realize it or not.
I think everybody's perplexed here.
Well, the status symbols holding the tag team titles like they won the gold, but this wasn't a tag team title match. The Nightmare Nation still are your tag champs, but...
Or did the bad boy Barry Hardy just make it a tag team title match?
Well, he has a fancy way of telling people that.
He's the commissioner. Who the hell is he got to tell?
The ref? The competitors? Somebody. I would hope he would tell us.
Well, GQ status has still got a tag belt.
If he didn't, my feelings are a little hurt.
GQ is dropping the tag titles. But the record book's going to show the status symbols get a much-needed win against Nightmare Nation. But the record book doesn't mention the fact that Nomad is the biggest reason as to why.
Well, if you can read lips, Barry Hardy just said you can't outsmart the smartest man in the business.
Did he know that the Nomad was going to come? I have so many questions.
I think maybe... JJ DeVille laying down the gauntlet. Will Nomad accept? JJ DeVille laying out a 2 out of 3 falls. Nomad says easy. Well, Sounds like it's going to be official. Yeah, Nomad better run. Nomad versus DeVille. We'll wait for Barry Hardy or the Mass Commissioner to make it official, but sounds like we have our first official match of Spring Sting. It is going to be DeVille and Nomad, 2 out of 3 falls.
And now you wonder, will the status symbols be involved in that? It's a fair question.
Yep. The Great Akuma, a face we've not seen here before in the ASWA.
He's not interested in making friends. I like this guy.
Yep. Unfortunately,
What are those big balls handling his neck?
I don't know.
You see those?
I see him.
There's some giant balls.
Nonetheless, the Great Akuma set to face off with a main event monster, Madman Fulton, in what is sure to be a tall task.
You know, we've never seen the Great Akuma before, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this is going to be a clash of styles.
Yep. I think you're right about that. Well, I know that we joked that Mako is Mansfield's favorite son. I think that Madman Fulton might hold that regard. He's Mansfield's favorite monster at best.
How apropos.
When you think about benchmarks here in the ASWA, they don't get much higher, both literally and figuratively, than the main event monster, Fulton.
Some say he is the benchmark, and I'm not one to argue that. I'll argue a lot of things, but Madman Fulton standing in this company, no, that's not for me to take up that mantle.
How does he not get dizzy and then still wrestle a full match?
I was just saying the same thing. If I lean my neck too far to the side, I go, wait a minute, something's wrong.
All jokes aside, this is sure to be an interesting matchup. As you said, a potential clash of styles. Two men we've not seen clash in the ring before here in the ASWA. Looks like they tried to go for a tie-up, and Akuma ducks out of the way.
That's probably a smart call.
Very smart. You see the early plan from Akuma. Duck and dodge. Try to use that speed ability. Take quick shots because you don't want to get too close against a monster like Fulton.
Yeah, nothing like a little stick and move action.
Fulton able to catch Akuma that time. Straight up into a suplex. Akuma, though, able to counter with knees to the face. Ducks out of a clothesline attempt and rolls right out of the ring. And calls for a timeout. There's no timeout. Where is Akuma going?
Apparently, he lives by the philosophy Hakuna Matata. Because he seems to have no words. What in the world?
Well, it's a smart strategy. Akuma pops out from the other side and immediately capitalizes. Stiff shots into the corner by Akuma to the Madman Fulton.
Just turned into a human whack-a-mole.
What would you call that, a donkey kick? Looked like you just kicked him like a mule.
Yeah, let's go with mule kick. Yeah,
Mule kick? I like it.
Let's go with that.
Fulton with a couple of big shoulders of his own.
You know he's going to have a major power advantage and over everybody in the ASWA, to be quite frank.
Just drops that big mitt straight down onto Akuma. Trying to go for that suplex again. Able to get him up this time in a little bit of a stalling suplex. Drops Akuma down hard. And maybe Fulton trying to end this one early. Calling for a choke slam. Akuma counters.
Big elbow by Madman Fulton.
Fulton with a swing and a miss, and Akuma grabbing onto the hair. Sends Fulton down to the ringside area. He's still got a hold of the dreads. Using some educated feet to Fulton. That wasn't as smart, though. Fulton taking Akuma for a ride.
Ryan might want to look out over there. You know, thus far, and I'm surprised I'm saying it, but Akuma has been, let's say, maybe a half a step ahead, Madman Fulton, this whole matchup. Not nothing major, but just every time you think Fulton is beginning to build momentum, the great Akuma has got something that he's able to kind of slither out, if you will.
Showing a lot of smarts and IQ. And again, like we said earlier, showing some strategy. Trying to stay as far away from those big mitts. As Akuma found out right there just how dangerous those mitts are.
Not sure what Fulton is planning with the chair.
Well, it's very nice of Fulton to let Akuma have a seat. However, I don't think Akuma's going to like the ride that they're about to go on. Fulton with a full head of steam. Diving clothesline.
Well, Akuma's really going to want that timeout now. Madman Fulton maybe taking a little too much time pandering to the folks. He does roll in ever so slightly to break the count.
And now you might be right as Akuma counters and now just tugs on the arms and really drives Madman's face into that post.
Time and time again, the great Akuma has been a half a step ahead of Madman Fulton.
Ducks out of the way, and there you go again. Just a half a step faster. Drop toe hold sent Madman right into that bottom rope.
It's like we're watching a live action version of Tom and Jerry.
I don't think I want to tell Fulton that he's Tom right now.
Well, currently the great Akuma is asking what's new, Pussycat, because he is deriving that boot into the solar plexus.
Now working on the lower leg of Fulton. Running drop kick.
That is such a smart strategy by the great Akuma. If you take out that base, you take out a lot of that power.
Yep. But Fulton trying to fight back with a couple chops. Tried to go for a big boot, and Akuma again works that leg with a corkscrew.
Could easily strain a ligament, and just a strain would do severe damage for this matchup.
Fulton powered out of that one.
To put it in perspective, folks, how many times have we all slipped and just tweaked our knee and had us bug it the rest of the day? That's all it would take to put Fulton really up against it in this match with the great Akuma.
Akuma still working on that leg. Hip drop down onto that knee, that ankle area. There has been very few times where we have seen Madman Fulton picked apart like this.
Almost a slow dissection of the long tree limb-like legs of Madman Fulton.
Dissection indeed.
I feel like I'm back in 8th grade biology.
That makes Madman one big frog.
We dissected a frog out of the dugout.
Oh.
And what the five fingers say to the face, and second verse same as the first, but give Akuma credit, he's standing in there and taking it.
Fulton just trying to find some sort of breather, some way to break the grip of Akuma.
And an underrated move here. Look at Akuma's left foot, folks. He's got it on the other foot of Madman Fulton, which keeps Akuma with the leverage.
I just noticed that right as you said that.
And so Madman Fulton can only get so close. And yes, he is firing off shots, but I can't believe they have everything that he would typically have on them.
Yep. Finally able to break free that right leg. Was able to push off, but the damage surely has already been done. Fulton able to catch the hold of Akuma.
And he's just taking his head and using it like a battering ram. I don't know if he's using it like a battering ram or if he thinks he's at a Slayer concert.
Fulton able to get a breather. And it's starting to take advantage. Sends that big boot into the face of the great Akuma.
So it make great contact with the nostril and nose. Flying clothesline, but he looks like he aggravated that left knee.
Yeah, had to springboard off the ropes to do it. Akuma kicks out.
And the great Akuma showing some great tenacity, some great toughness by hanging in here in the deep water with Madman Fulton.
At some point, though, Fulton is going to have to end this sooner rather than later. How much more punishment can that leg take? Fulton takes off the bandage. Looks like we're going to go for another choke slam. He's got him up. It looked like Akuma had knocked Tim Porras into the turnbuckle. Shining Wizard. Oh, and Fulton just able to grab the rope. That was a desperation move by Fulton.
What great ring awareness by the Madman. You know, because think about it, if he's in the center of the ring, I'm going to say it, I think the Great Akuma's got him beat.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that was, again, it was a desperation move by Fulton, whether it was instinct or whether it was his ability, but Fulton saved himself right there. Akuma using those feet, kicks to the midsection. It looks like we're going to see a little bit of old school. Fulton, though, cuts him off, and Fulton able to choke slam Akuma. And Fulton able to capitalize.
I was just going to say, eating your heart out, Jimmie Lee, but instead, Madman Fulton pretty much ate the heart of the Great Akuma with that big major mistake. Hell of an effort by the Great Akuma, but he went to the well one too many times, and the Madman took great advantage.
See Fulton there asking for some water. Looks like he got something from his eyes from the Great Akuma, I think.
Yeah, it looks like something's burning or aggravating, or certainly bothering the eyes of Madman.
But what's not bothering him is that he is the winner here tonight. Madman Fulton starting off 2025 with an impressive victory. What does the 2025 year hold for the main event monster? We shall see. Great showing by the Great Akuma. Can only imagine what will be in store for him as well. Main event time, champion versus champion. And there is your Universal Champion, Nick Brutal.
And he looks all business this evening, no question about it. We saw him in Asylum have a tense moment earlier in the ring. Going to be interesting to see if that's all been put to pasture. But as you said, Travis, champion versus champion. The redneck kid, Robbie Collins, versus the mercenary, the hired gun, Nick Brutal. Made no mistake, folks.
From right here in Mansfield, Ohio, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the ASWA Heavyweight Champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins.
And there we see your heavyweight champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins.
The biggest glory hound I've ever seen. Shame we couldn't got rid of him. Somebody did the right thing and got rid of Kid Collins this time around. But we still can't get rid of just the absolute pesticide that is the Collins family.
Always gotta check the calendar because whenever the Redneck Kid shows up, it's open season on anybody that steps into the ring with the Redneck Kid.
The Redneck Kid, of course, taking his dear sweet time. By God, you wouldn't want to not bask in the glow of all these Nimrods from this godforsaken town.
Therefore, your opinion
I find it very convenient that they keep finding little papers from board of directors stripping people of titles.
I believe that means that, and still. Isn't this just a glorious day, Travis?
I wouldn't be so cocky or I wouldn't be so proud. We still have a match. You're right. All the gold, or at least most of the gold, back into the hands of the status symbols. But that still could change by tonight. Don't make any sort of assumptions. Because whether or not it's for both titles, the match is still on. We have a Universal Championship match now. Champ Nick Brutal versus the challenger, Robbie Collins. But I want to think about something that Robbie said as we see him so graciously offer up a bird to Nick Brutal.
It is
as a gift.
It's like a zoo in here
It's
tonight.
a zoo. It's really a zoo. But keep in mind something that Robbie said. Nick Brutal could have had both championships tonight. And instead, once again, the status symbols give the title back to Asylum. Keep in mind, he could have had an opportunity to win the heavyweight title off of Asylum when they had a match not too long ago last year. But instead, Random Pain had Nick Brutal lay down for Asylum. And now, again, here tonight, Nick Brutal could have had both championships, and instead, they give it back to Asylum. We saw what happened earlier with Asylum and Nick Brutal. If you're Nick Brutal, how much longer are you going to put up with this?
I see what you're trying to do there, Travis.
I didn't do nothing. Robbie Collins said that.
But you're trying to buy into this narrative of sowing dissension.
Oh, I saw dissension. We all saw it a couple of matches ago when Asylum had a match possibly won against Axel Fury, and Nick Brutal cost him the match.
Well,
there's dissension. The question is how much.
My answer to that would be, you got to remember, Random Pain is trying to do what's best for the status symbols. It is not about what's best for Nick Brutal or the Mighty Asylum for that matter. It's about what's best for the group as a whole. And what's best for the group as a whole is for multiple men to have multiple championships. That way you don't get yourself into some spot where, say, Robbie Collins, who's been known to cheat and take advantage at multiple times, somehow screws you out of 1, 2, 3, 4 championships. You don't want one guy to just have all the belts, because there's no one that cheats like the Collins family. Death, taxes, and the IRS and the Collins family taking every advantage they can possibly take.
But the question remains, how much longer until Nick Brutal decides to pull an Axel Fury and is no longer a member of the status symbols?
Well, look, Nick Brutal is a lot smarter than Axel Fury, all right? Axel Fury is a D-plus man at best. Nick Brutal is an honor student that should have been an Ivy League guy, to be honest with you.
All right, if you say so.
Exactly, and everything I say, according to me, is gospel, so just trust me. If I tell you it's going to rain, bring your umbrella, buddy.
Duly noted. Right now, Nick Brutal laying in shot after shot to the challenger.
You know, I'm sure you love to see any signs of cracks in the foundation. That's how you put it instead of something. I'm sure you love to see that. I'm sure it's got you giddy in your tidy whities.
Oh, I wouldn't say it doesn't bring me some level of joy.
Well, at least you're honest for once there, Travis.
I'm nothing if not honest. Because let's be honest, if you're Nick Brutal, you should be a little bit ticked off. Now, is it enough to maybe turn on the status symbols? I don't know. But I think that Nick Brutal should have every reason to be upset the fact that he had not one, but 2 chances to hold both the belts. Yes, I understand your point that Random Pain does what's best for the status symbols. But Nick Brutal should also be doing what's best for Nick Brutal, and that's potentially being 2-time champion, or double champion. Nick Brutal with a cover.
Random Pain and the bad boy Barry Hardy talking over great strategy, I'm sure. And look at there. If Collins would have just did the right thing and stayed retired, his back wouldn't be hurting right now. He wouldn't be looking like a big lobster tail getting broken in half. But no, his pride and his ego, and frankly, his gluttony, and I'm not talking about meals, he's a well-trimmed man, but his gluttony for glory, his gluttony for greed, his gluttony for championships in his company, he's going to end up paralyzing himself. And you know what? I'm not going to feel badly about it, because guess what? His greed got in his way. His pride and his ego, big redneck kid. That's all right. That's what happens. Just like his partner from open season, DeVille, pride and ego. It happens. I get it. And now he's going to pay the price.
Well, I think we've all got a little ego when it comes to the possibility of championship gold. Some just have it worse than others.
How's your back, Robbie? Does it hurt, buddy? Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was an okay Robbie Collins impression, I guess.
Yeah, notice how I had to get real high-pitched.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because he's a girl.
You're just saying that because of the hair. Brutal with a jumping elbow.
Look at Random Pain helping out Robbie Collins, giving him some good mentorship. A real pat on the back.
Looked like he was trying to give him a wedgie, really.
We all have lost our pants on occasion, Travis. Random Pain doesn't want any faux pas out here.
Well, Brutal tried to go for a splash into the corner. Collins ducked out of the way and clothesline Brutal. And that might be the opening that redneck kid needed. Luthez Prez.
Come on, Mako, those are close fists. He ought to be disqualified. But that's all right. Robbie Collins, he can break all the rules. That's fine. If he shot somebody, this crowd would say he did it for the greater good.
I don't know about that, but...
Oh, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would. Those closed fists are fine.
Collins looked like he was maybe going for a Falcon Arrow. With that back starting to tense up a little bit.
And make no mistake about it, on top of the back being whatever state it's in, that's purely speculation. I'm not going to do that. Nick Brutal is no small man.
No. But you can see Nick Brutal rips off that back brace, now just beating Robbie Collins with it.
You ought to be going, hey, this is what Kid Collins should have did. Couple of lessons and you wouldn't be such a glory hound.
Now taking off the brace and using that brace of Collins. I mean, technically that should probably be a disqualification, but
I think, hey, this is a championship match. Hey, look at Mako. If we're not going to worry about closed fists, and let's just take that back brace and start beating him. Where's the line, Travis? That's what I want to know.
Out the door. Because this is the ASWA, and we bring you top-notch action.
You go to bed proud?
Huh?
Do you go to bed proud?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good for you.
Keep in mind, this is a match for the Universal Championship. Robbie Collins able to gain some separation with that drop kick.
But you can see how badly the lower back, the lower lumbar region is bothering the redneck crybaby. Wah! Tobacco spit. Wah! Tobacco spit. If you want the subtitle to that, ladies and gentlemen, that's called Cries in Redneck.
Is that what that is?
Back to one, see if we can get to the round of Robbie. Good job. Alive.
See, look at him. He's going, need Copenhagen.
I don't think that's what he's saying, but.
Yeah, it's like his version of the Sensei beam, man.
Oh, is that what that is?
Just put a chaw in, and next thing you know, he's going wild.
Well, shoot. Anybody got any? I want to see that. Collins able to get in, break the count.
Hey, Robbie, second verse of that song, same as the first.
Oh, but those aren't closed fists.
Our great production
we
crew
established that
was on the hard cam shot. Wasn't close enough for me to see. Call the monitor, Travis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brutal sent Collins into the corner. European uppercut into a boot across the face.
Hey, he finally stopped crying. It must be because he's not able to talk.
When boot meets jaw. Collins, though, able to kick out. Celebration a little too early by Random Pain. Question is, how much more does Brutal take of this? The frustration starting to really show on the champ's face.
Hey, Robbie, this is for all that cattle you abuse on your farm.
You're an animal activist now?
Look, I don't know what Robbie Collins does, but do you trust him with cattle? I wouldn't.
I don't know. I've never seen.
Does it look like he supports free-range chickens? I doubt it.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know the man's farming habits. All I know is what he does in a wrestling ring. And what he does is that. Super kick to the midsection. And now Collins has Brutal up. Can he hold him up? Falcon Arrow.
Oh, don't tell my back, my achy, breaky back. You just can't take it anymore.
That's how I feel on any given day. Collins goes for the cover. Brutal able to kick out at 2.
And Collins might have gotten a 3 if his achy, breaky back wouldn't have let him down. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I'm kidding, he sucks. And now, Robbie looks like he's found that Copenhagen he needs so desperately. And the smartest guy in the room goes, I'm going to take my bad back and go up top. More guts than brains. That's Robbie Collins for you. But that's your hero.
Well, they call it high risk for a reason.
Nick O'Kalen seems to be checking on Nick Brutal. Are you okay, Nick?
Robbie Collins looked like he tried to go for an elbow.
And they got all the back of Mako Kalen's head.
Yep.
And I know some of Mansfield has been dreaming of doing that for years.
Oh, and here comes Axel Fury.
Oh, great. Axel Fury, the biggest turncoat since Benedict Arnold. Yeah, you can't stand it. I know. You can't stand it. You could be in championship matches, but you left, you big dummy.
Axel Fury trying to will on the Redneck Kid.
Robbie, he wants you to cheat. Think of the children, Robbie.
Handing him off a couple brass
that's okay. That's fine. That's cool.
Well, no, because you just got disqualified.
But I don't see you up on your soapbox acting like he ought to be condemned. Come on. He just cheated blatantly.
And he just got disqualified. He lost.
Where is your outrage?
Yay!
Nice job.
See,
Axel.
I'm showing happiness for Nick Brittle.
Nice.
He won his championship back.
Nice job, Axel. Boy, if you ever talk about a guy that needs to go the way of the dodo bird, it's Axel Fury.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly the most friendliest thing he could do for Robbie Collins.
And then Robbie Collins, the great hero to all these children in this audience, gave in to peer pressure quicker than a teenager. Nice job, champ. Nice job.
Hold on now.
Disgrace of a champion. That's why you don't deserve the belt anyway.
I like that idea. Wow. Well, it looks like it's official. Robbie Collins and Axel Fury get a tag team match against the champions. And here's the deal. If Robbie Collins and Axel Fury win, they each get title shots against the champions. But if they lose, Robbie Collins has to retire. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it gets better than that. You are not going to want to miss Spring Sting. I know I won't. And with that, before we sign off, we want to give a quick shout out to the great Akuma, who unfortunately had to be taken out by EMTs after his match with Madman Fulton. We want to wish the best to the great Akuma. Thoughts and prayers. We just wanted to give a quick shout out and wish the best for the great Akuma, both from us here at SNAPMARE and from the ASWA.
Amen.
And with that, I say to you all, we will see you here back in April. I told you, you're not going to want to miss it. If Robbie Collins loses, he may have to retire. Could we see the last match ever of the Redneck Kid in April? Find out April 5th here in Mansfield, here at Malabar. Don't want to miss it. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, from Malabar School Gymnasium.
The ASWA and SNAPMARE Productions proudly present Saturday Night Slam 2025, featuring the return of Mr. Mike Cody White as he takes on Nomad. Will Colton, Quinn, and Danny Jax, the Fusion Force, rise up to the challenge of the 5th floor, Manson Crane and Nolan Bates? Can Aaron Black start 2025 off with a victory, or will he fall to the storm that is THUNDERKISS? The mighty Asylum looks to take out his frustrations of losing the ASWA Heavyweight Championship on the fighter for hire, Axel Fury. The main event monster, Madman Fulton, returns home to the ASWA. Will the great Akuma spoil his homecoming? After his stunning return at Winter Reunion, DeVille teams with the Nightmare Nation, Kenny Hendrix, and the Living Nightmare, Jimmie Lee, as they take on GQ Status, Random Pain, and the Bouncer, the Status Symbols. And in our main event, champion versus champion, the ace Nick Brutal, the ASWA Universal Champion, goes 1-on-1 with the new ASWA Heavyweight Champion, the Redneck Kid, Robbie Collins. Don't miss this thrilling night of squared circle action, live February 8th, the Malabar School Gymnasium in Mansfield, Ohio.